Well, if you're looking to increase your fitness, maybe get into better shape, or just find the motivation to get out there and ride, well, I don't think you're alone. I think many of us are struggling with that. Now, if I told you that we think an electric bike might be the ultimate solution to help you accomplish those goals, well, what would you say? Well, stay tuned. We're going to talk about some of the things that we let ourselves get trapped in that prevent us from going for a ride, and how we think an electric bike helps to accomplish those goals despite some of those walls and barriers that we put in front of us. Now, before we get too far into this, it is important to clarify what we mean by a electric bike. Now, we're not talking about electric cargo bike or your townie. We're talking about a performance designed bike, like this Synapse Neo from Cannondale. It's a full carbon road bike, has a Bosch mid-drive, wireless shifting from Shimano. This is a top tier performance electric bike. Now, of course, you don't need all the bells and whistles of this fine machine to help you accomplish your goals. However, we have been putting this bike to test over the last few months, and we have found that it has created the opportunity to overcome some of those limitations and preventers for getting out there to ride. And ultimately, at the end of the day, if you don't watch anything else of this video, anything that helps you get out there and continue to move, continue to ride is better than not. And that is ultimately what's going to help you accomplish your goals of working on yourself to increase that fitness and build strength. And rather than boring you with the different training methods and training techniques of that upper echelon of performance elite riders, they're supported by a team of professionals to help them accomplish their goals. And quite frankly, it's their paycheck to get out there and ride. And I would say that that's probably a quite different motivation than what we have. For us, finding the time to ride is for us. It's for our health, whether that be physical or mental. And a lot of that is landing with escaping the job itself, and that's what creates the paycheck to begin with. So we'll be talking about some of the limitations that we put in front of us to stop us and prevent us from getting out there to go have that ride, which by the end of it, we wish we would have done anyways. And if we do go out there and ride, we're gonna feel a lot better in the process.
Now, the first thing we want to bring up here is the excuse mindset. Now, we've all fallen victim to the excuse. I know I have more than once. And it typically doesn't feel great in the end. You might have gotten out of that ride, might have gotten what you wanted, and by sitting on the couch or whatever, but it's not what you really needed. And truly, if you dig deep, what you really, really wanted. How many times have you found yourself, setting an alarm to wake up early, or just telling yourself, I'm gonna get off work a little early, race home, get changed, go for a ride, it's gonna be awesome. And things just don't go your way. You had a rough night's sleep and waking up early just sounds awful. Or, hey, maybe you stubbed your toe, had a bad meeting, whatever it was, your motivation just dives. It goes right off the deep end. And that creates a giant opportunity for things like, oh, it's too cold outside, or the sun's going down too early, it's too dark, whatever it is. It allows the room for those excuses to present themselves and let them defeat you. And what do you do instead? Well, chances are you're probably not going to the gym or hopping on the trainer at the house. You're probably just sitting down, having a cold one, putting that hand in a bag of chips, whatever it is. That probably is what becomes your fill to that void. And you probably don't feel great about it. You might in the moment, because it's relaxing, it's chill, we all need a good day off. But when you set your mind to go do something and don't end up doing it, kind of eats away inside. Now instead, think about that same day, and on the drive home, you tell yourself, I got the e-bike at the house. I, at the very least, despite how much I want to, I can put it into boost or turbo and just do 10-15 minutes. Chances are you're gonna get home, you're gonna do that, and about 15 minutes in, your blood's flowing, joints are getting loose, and you're feeling really good that you got out there and at least rode for a few minutes. And if you're anything like ourselves, now all of a sudden that 15 turns into 25 and 30, and you're pretty hyped that you went out there to begin with. And that's where we find electric bikes step one into becoming a better training method and a better training tool because of how much they are an excuse killer. Being able to get you out there under the very least mentality is better than sitting at home on the couch. So that is step one into the realm of where we find electric bikes to really become a clutch training tool to keep you motivated and help come in with that assist when you're looking for an extra hand. Now let's look at things from a different perspective. Say you get a membership across town, pretty nice gym, and it happens to have everything you're looking for. The bummer part is it happens to be across town. So, 10, 15, 20 minutes to get there and another 10, 15, 20 minutes to get back home. Now, asking testers, putting things out there, asking friends what one of their common excuses was that they didn't have enough time. And because of that, they didn't have enough time to go for a ride, get their workout in, and therefore they pushed it to the weekend and said, oh, I'll just go harder, longer this weekend. Well, we all know things come up, and this weekend turns into the following weekend, and now you're going 2 or 3 weeks in between activities. That doesn't bode well for us. Imagine having a gym setup, very minimal setup at home in the garage. Well, it's pretty easy to get home, throw on some rough clothes that, well, you're not having to impress anyone at the gym with, and go do a quick 15, 20, 30 minute workout in the garage at home. And you've saved that half hour plus in your commute time, and you're doing it from the privacy of your own home, which lets you be able to go faster and be more efficient with your activity. And now recently, a pretty popular app released their data for the different trends and themes they saw this year. Now, something they saw the most of was that there was a massive increase in that the broadest activity user data came from activities that were about 30-ish to about 45 minutes long in length, which, if that is you, and that's the amount of time you'd have to go for your activity, well, turning that commute into just getting home and being able to do a 30 to 45 minute workout at the house, you're just saving yourself a lot of time. And the most important thing to think of and consider here is that that is another place we find an electric bike to come in, kind of be another rescuer. Being able to squeeze in the same workout faster. And I'm sure a lot of you are starting to think or have already thought that, well, using an e-bike is cheating. We have a different mindset on that, and you'll have to stay tuned for another video where we talk further about that concept. And I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it's probably not what you were thinking. And therefore, we still stand by the idea that riding an electric bike is a fantastic way to capitalize on your time, still get that workout in, and most importantly, get out and ride. We're all trying to do something to increase our mental health, stay fit, stay active. And when we have those really nice bikes in the garage and they're not getting used, well, they're not helping anyone, and likely just driving us to a little bit more guilt and shame on being able to complete our exercise goals and our riding goals, most importantly. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. Let us know your thoughts. Do you think an electric bike is worth it to be able to pursue your fitness goals and being able to go and ride? Well, by the amount of people I've seen out riding just in the last couple days on electric bikes, the fact that they're out there and riding, and I'm not seeing people on regular bikes, makes me think that it is a great way to pursue your goals of staying active. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.